After each public meeting that lasts more than 15 minutes, the staff sits down to talk about what happened at that meeting and how it could affect the public in the town of Avon. This simple, quick recap is designed to give you insight into what happened without needing to listen or watch the entire meeting. However, if you would like to view or listen to it in its entirety, they are available on the Town of Avon's website at avonindiana.gov.
What's up, Town of Avon? It's Angel Gino again, the Marcom specialist here at the Town of Avon. And today I am with
Bill Peoples.
Bill Peoples, the planning director. We're going to be talking about Plan Commission meeting that happened yesterday, December 19th. That happened actually right after BCA. Kind of a wonky schedule this week since it is nearing the end of the year. Bill, you want to take it away?
Yeah. At the end of the year, we always have crazy stuff happen with scheduling because meetings get moved and so forth. And so the Plan Commission, which is normally held on a Monday evening, was moved to a Tuesday. The Board of Zoning Appeals was also on a Tuesday, so we had to run both meetings basically one right after the other. It was a short agenda on both of them, although the meetings lasted a little bit longer than I'd anticipated. Both of them did. The two items that were on the agenda last night for the Plan Commission were map P 2314, which is Harper Estates subdivision located right about 611 North County Road 800 East. That one, it's old Wesleyan soccer fields. That one was continued to January 22nd. They're using the enhanced lot standards, and they haven't submitted elevations of the buildings that they propose to build in that subdivision for review, and so we that needed to be continued so that they can submit those elevations. The one item on the agenda that was for a public hearing was a text amendment to the Avon Landing Plan Unit development up on the northeast side of the town, near the Brownsburg border at Ronald Reagan Parkway. And this was a text amendment that allowed a build-to-suit industrial building to exceed the maximum allowed by that plan unit development. The plan unit development allows 400,000 currently, as it's written, 400,000 square feet, and two industrial buildings were constructed, both of which were under that 400,000 square foot threshold. But there's a new building proposed for a tenant, and it's at 800 and a fraction thousand square feet. And so the owner of that property petitioned the town to change that plan unit development to allow for an 850,000 square foot building if it's a build to suit. In other words, if there is a tenant on the hook for that building. A lot of these industrial buildings are speculative buildings. They're constructed and then tenants are found after they're constructed. This one, apparently, we have a tenant already sort of planned, or at least we are one of the options for that tenant, and they need a larger building. Plan Commission forwarded that with a favorable recommendation last night. That is actually scheduled on the council meeting, I believe, tomorrow. So I've got to get that certification done this morning and get it to the town manager so that he can complete that administrative work associated with tomorrow's town council meeting. That was a non-controversial topic. There were three items on the agenda in addition to that. A increase in the review fees for our consulting engineer. That wasn't a problem. The consulting engineer has been doing a great job for us, and they have gone 4 years without doing any sort of fee increase. So that was forwarded to the council with a favorable recommendation. It was approximately about a 20% across the board increase to their design review fees. The adoption of a remote work policy, the Plan Commission actually talked about this early last year, and we just never got around to getting them to approve that. The state law allows Plan Commission members to attend a meeting remotely through Zoom or Teams or whatever sort of software workaround you have for that. That was approved by the Plan Commission. And then, of course, the one controversial petition or request was an amendment and adoption of 2024 rules of procedure. And we had some minor amendments into it, but the one thing that is problematic out there was a change of the rules of procedure that would not allow uh, general public, the general public, to provide electronic formats for their presentations, either speaking for or speaking against a petition. And we have a couple active remonstrator groups in the town, and they wanted the option of submitting PowerPoint presentations. What we have had is ransomware attacks. The town has been had some its IT infrastructure attacked several times, and the concern is if we're allowing members of the general public, especially with today's culture, where basically any means necessary seems to be the rules of the game anymore. Um, we don't want them being able to introduce ransomware or malware into our system. So that's why we put this rules of procedure amendment together, not permitting members of the general public to provide electronic presentations in some sort of electronic format. Plan Commission thought about it for a while. They were trying to figure out workarounds to allow it. In the end, we really couldn't. We didn't have an IT guy there, but and they couldn't figure out really a workaround. So they adopted the resolution as presented to them. And if we find a workaround for it, we can always amend those rules of procedure to allow electronic format in the future. That's it. That's the Plan Commission for last week. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
It's pretty quick. Reverting back to like the public hearings, can you, I guess for people that are curious, can you define the difference between like a PUD and a, what do you say, like MAP, or is it MAP?
Well, yeah, I mean, we have a number of different petitions to go to the Plan Commission. Predominantly what the Plan Commission hears are zoning amendments, and those can be broken down into two ways. One of them is a change to the zoning map, and that is by far the most common request that the that's a most common zoning amendment that the Plan Commission hears. And the zoning people come in and they have a land use that doesn't fit within the zoning classification that their property zoned, and they want to change that zoning classification to a new zoning classification that allows what they want to do with it. The second zoning amendment is a text amendment to either the comprehensive plan or to the zoning ordinance itself. Those are only initiated by the staff. The general public can't initiate those, and we don't get them very often. Last meeting, we actually did have a number of text amendments to the UDO. Normally, you only see one or two of those a year. The subdivision requests usually come in the form of what's called a MAP P or a MAP F. MAP P is what's called preliminary. It's generally just the layout of the property, layout and sort of a rough drainage plan. When that gets approved, those lots are sort of cemented, at least the number of lots are cemented, and the general layout of the streets. And then they go into the advanced engineering design of those subdivisions, and they come back through with what's called a MAP F. It's very rare that a MAP F actually makes it on a Plan Commission agenda because by ordinance that's approved by me as the planning director. So it gets reviewed administratively and approved. And finally, there is the planned unit development or the development plan review petition, which is usually a commercial, industrial, or multifamily residential development in the town that needs a more enhanced review than just a straight up administrative review like we do with permits. And then finally, the planned unit development. And the best way to think about a planned unit development is that it's a write your own zoning ordinance. So you take a small piece of property, and then if you can't find a zoning classification that fits the land use that you want to put in it, then you can rezone the property to planned unit development. And it tends to be a 3-phase process. So it starts with a preliminary planned unit development. It ends with a final master plan approval of that planned unit development. And then they go through, as they're developing the planned unit development, and either do final plats, or which are map Fs, or development plan reviews if it's a mixed use or a commercial, industrial, institutional, or mixed use building. What was on the agenda last night was a PUDA, which is an amendment to a planned unit development, which basically, in this particular case, the planned unit development was established and they needed to change, in this case, one sentence in the planned unit development. And they had to go through the process to do that. I don't know if that answers your question, but it's a rather long-winded answer.
That was a very long answer. I do have a follow-up question regarding the very, very, very last thing on the agenda that the commission added.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, what is your greatest memory?
My greatest
here
memory?
At Avon Town Hall.
Oh, at Avon Town Hall.
For those who don't know, Bill is leaving us because he can't bear to stand us anymore. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah,
but
that's not true.
But Bill, what is your greatest memory here?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I mean, if I were to choose sort of greatest or the one that sticks out the most, it was when. So I have been with the town twice. I was with the town between 2002 and 2004, and now I've been with the town almost 3 years now here at the back end. And in 2003, I was a reservist in the Marine Corps. I got activated sent over to Iraq. I came back, and I participated in sort of a 4th of July parade or a Veterans Day parade. I can't remember exactly which one it was with the town. And so that would have been the biggest enduring memory I've had with my time at the town. A close second would be a Board of Zoning Appeals appeal that the town did around roughly that same time, 2004 timeframe, where we had a coffee company called Badass Coffee Company come in, and a number of citizens didn't like the name of that company, and they filed an appeal of the sign permit that allowed that company to post a sign showing their name. That was probably one of the biggest sort of tempests in a teapot I've had since I've been here.
Awesome. Bill, I think I speak on the behalf of Town Hall and the town of Avon. We will miss you.
No, thanks.
And
I
will definitely
get, like, some different question. What in the world? Where did that one come from?
I will definitely miss doing these quick recaps and annoying you to get into the office to do this.
Just think you'll have Ian here. Ian will be able to do them, or whoever.
It's not the same.
Whoever replaces me, I'll be. It'll be y'all will be sitting around. Who was that planning director before?
No, you're unforgettable, Bill.
That's going to be a signature on a bunch of pieces of paper and files.
No, definitely not. All right. Couple of reminders, and I'll give you a fun question. How about that?
No, okay.
Okay.
Well, that one wasn't fun.
A tree drop-off. The tree drop-off is happening December 26th to 2023 through January 31st, 2024. Avon Town Hall Park, 8 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. We're only accepting bare trees and live ones, so no ornaments, lights, or tinsels. And for those who signed up for Binglow, it starts on Saturday, January 20th at Avon Parkside Church. Doors open at 5:30, and the bingo starts at 6 p.m. Bill?
So Binglow is the way that was supposed to be pronounced?
Yes, it's Binglow.
Oh, wow. I thought that was a mistake.
Nope, it is Binglow. I think it was pretty witty, I have to say.
Don't say. Is that something you came up with? Or was
No, definitely not. That was before me.
All right.
So, Bill, give us a New Year resolution that you want to try in 2024.
Oh, shoot. Well, I'm moving to Virginia, so most of my New Year's resolutions involve paying off debts, moving debts. So that, I mean, get back into the gym just like Ian wanted to do.
Yeah.
Get settled in Quantico, Virginia, and pay off the debts that I've incurred here in the recent past. Having two sons in college and moving a third of the way across the country, so that's probably going to be my biggest.
That is a big
New Year's,
move.
New Year's resolution.
Huge move.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know, Bill is actually leaving us for Quantico. So it's a pretty big move, and we can't be any more proud of Bill.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well,
it's Quantico, Virginia.
It's been an honor having you here, Bill.
No, thank you.
Peoples.
It was nice having nice having you here as well, doggone it.
Aw, no tears are gonna fall.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end this before we start having a cry sesh here. So, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to smile. Bye.